What up, y'all? I know I made a video not too long ago about self-image and self-worth in Christ, but I just really felt the need to talk about purity this time. I know most people either view sex as like a great thing, let's talk about it all the time, let's do sex all the time, and then there's people who view sex as like, well, don't do that, don't even say the word, you can't ever do it, don't touch me, no. But the truth of the matter is, God made sex to be beautiful, and He made it for a purpose. But it's only beautiful, and it's only great, and it's only going to be the way God wanted it to be if you do it while you're married, and not before. So, okay, the reason I'm making this video is because it seems like everybody my age these days is having sex. You know, they talk about it at school all the time, at practices, at the gym, everywhere I go. And it's hard being a teenager these days and not giving into temptations, but it can be done, and that's why I'm making this video, to encourage y'all that it can happen, and there's other people like you that are trying to make it happen. And we as believers who are trying to stay pure and stuff can encourage each other and lift each other up, and you know, just give each other advice and stuff to help them out. And here's some verses that I found about it. 1 Corinthians 6:18, it says, "Flee from sexual immorality. Every other sin a person commits is outside the body, but the sexually immoral person sins against his own body." Hebrews 13:4 says, "Let marriage be held in honor among all, and let the marriage be undefiled, for God will judge the sexually immoral and adulterous." And I know most of y'all, some of y'all, not most of y'all, will feel like, you know, well, or my youth pastor, Sunday school teacher, God, whoever it is, well, they don't know what I'm going through, you know, I'm a teenager, they're an adult, God's in heaven, God don't know what I'm going through. God knows exactly what you're going through. Jesus came here to earth, lived a sinless life, went through every temptation we've ever had to go through. 1 Corinthians 10:13, it says, "No temptation has ever taken you that is not common to man. God is faithful, and He will not let you be tempted beyond your ability. But with the temptation, He will also provide the way of escape, that you may be able to endure it." So right there, God just says He's never going to tempt you more than you can stand. If you feel tempted to have sex, there's always a way out of it. And before you even get in a relationship, tell them, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm not going to do. And y'all both know, you know, this is as far as it goes, so you won't have to worry about it getting out of hand, you know. My pastor, I don't remember how old I was. Maybe in middle school. I don't know. I'll never forget this illustration. I know it's going to sound corny, but if you think about it, it's really true. He talked about a house and a fireplace, and the fire in the fireplace is sex. And when it's in the fireplace, it's warm, it's beautiful, you know, everything's all good. But when the fire gets out of the fireplace, which is having sex before marriage, and marriage is the fireplace, then it destroys the whole house, it burns it down. And that's exactly how sex is. You know, you have sex before marriage, your boyfriend break up, you're heartbroken, and it's because God only intended you to have sex with one person. He didn't intend you to have sex with, 3 different guys, 3 different girls before marriage. No, you're supposed to have sex with one person, and that's why people get so heartbroken and, tore up over breakups these days. This is because sex. And if you're watching this and you already have had sex and you're not pure, then God forgives you, and there's never too late of time to start. You can say right now, pray to God, be like, I want to be pure from now on, and you can change it, and He'll forgive you for it. And if you are watching this and you haven't had sex yet, I just want to encourage you to keep staying abstinent. And I know it's going to get hard. We're not even in college. Well, I'm not even in college yet. But it'll only get harder as we get older. But it can happen, and God will bless you and your marriage for it. So yeah, I have this ring, and it's my purity ring, and I don't hardly ever take it off but to play basketball games and to cheer. But I know most people, when you tell them, like, I get asked about this ring all the time, like, is that a period ring? And I'm just like, oh, okay. And most people are just like that. But, you know, eventually, you know, people are probably gonna make jokes about it, and like, because it is really rare to find people that are virgins these days. But the Bible tells you you're gonna be persecuted if you do what He tells you to do and you go by His word. So you just gotta embrace it, and, you know, if people want to make fun of you for it, so be it. You know, whatever. Your husband is gonna love it about you, or your wife. You know, God gives. I think having sex before marriage is one of the most selfish things you can do. Like, God gives you your body as a temple, and the least you can do is take care of it. And like, I just think it's gonna be so awesome that like you get to give your whole self to your spouse. Like, nobody else has ever had you but Him. I mean, how awesome would that be to say? Like, I don't know. I'm excited because I don't know. I just think that's a great gift to give somebody. But like I said, it's gonna be hard, and like, I pray about it every night, and I pray for my future spouse. Like, I pray that my husband is right now making good choices, that he's practicing abstinence, and he's waiting for me just like I'm waiting for him. And because I want a pure husband so bad, like, I just really do. Like, that's one of my like biggest desires. So I pray about it every night. Like, when you pray for your spouse, be praying for yourself that you would stay pure too. And having friends that hold you accountable, that is like a big part of it, because like, friends are a huge influence on your life. So if you have them that are waiting too and encouraging you as well, then it'll be a lot easier. But I just got it out of my heart, and I had to share it. So there it is.